Facts about nautical mile and knots. To understand how the nautical mile came to be, for measuring distance, early geographers focused on Earth's size and geometry. They measured the distance from the equator to the pole as approximately 10,000 kilometers and divided this distance into 10,000 equal parts, which led to the establishment of the kilometer as a unit of measurement on land. However, for navigation at sea, where direct land measurements aren't possible, they derived a different measurement, the nautical mile. The nautical mile is based on the Earth's geometry, latitude, and angular measurements. At Earth's center, the angle between the equator and the pole is 90 degrees. Ancient Babylonian mathematicians set each degree to contain 60 minutes. This was based on the sexagesimal system, or base 60, which was common in Babylonian mathematics over 4,000 years ago. So with 90 degrees from equator to pole, each degree containing 60 minutes. So 90 degrees equals 10,000 kilometers. So 1 degree angle at the equator center will make an arc on the Earth's surface equal to 111.111 kilometers. 1 degree equals 10,000/90 kilometers. Each degree contains 60 minutes, which was fixed by 400 years before by the ancient Babylonians. 60 minutes equals 111.111 kilometers. Every minute is equal to 1 nautical mile. 1 foot equals 111.111/60. So 1 nautical mile at Earth's surface equal to 1.852 kilometer. Thus, each minute of latitude equals 1 nautical mile, a standard unit that mariners can use for navigation across the Earth's curved surface. In summary, 1 nautical mile equals 1.852 kilometers. This unit remains essential for navigation, as it directly relates to the Earth's circumference and helps navigators plot courses based on latitude and longitude measurements. Why speed is measured in knots at sea. Knots is the term used to express speed at sea, and it is equivalent to nautical mile per hour. The term knot comes from an old method of measuring speed, which involved using a log line. Sailors used to throw a wooden log attached to a rope, called a log line, into the water. This log was tied to a rope with knots spaced at regular intervals. As the ship moved forward, the log remained relatively stationary in the water, and the rope was paid out from a spool. Sailors would count how many knots passed through their hands in a given amount of time, usually measured by a sandglass. This method gave a rough measure of how fast the ship was traveling. Thus, 1 knot equals 1 nautical mile per hour. Summary. Nautical miles are based on the Earth's dimensions, specifically 1 minute of latitude. Knots originated from early navigation techniques using a log line with knots to estimate speed. They are still used today as a practical way to relate speed to the distances on nautical charts.